Oh, hey, YouTube. Welcome back. I'm Joel, and today I'm going to be reviewing and offering some of my feelings about the 2022 European Figure Skating Championships. Happened in Estonia this past week. Um, Overall, it was a really good event. Kind of some like shocking results in the men's, not so shocking results in the other areas. um, I do want to start with the men because it was the least predictable. I think everyone kind of assumed after the short program that the Russians were going to take it because they swept the short. Basically, all three of them had the same score, all 99 point something. But then in a free program, Semenenko and Mozalev both choked. Like Mozalev was in first, barely, but he was in first. And I think maybe just like the nerves got to him and he fully choked. So they did not land their jumps. Semenenko has, he just his jumps are so sloppy, and even when he does land them and gets sometimes good, positive, creative execution, they're hunchy and barely landed. So he has a gift at staying on one foot sometimes, but it wasn't his night. It wasn't either of their nights. But like, congrats to Mark Kondratyuk, who is the current reigning Russian national champion, who kind of came out of nowhere. I don't remember him from anything prior to that like team event that was like Evgenia versus Agitova, and he was on Team Blue with Evgenia, and he like slayed there. That was kind of like my introduction to him, and every time I've seen him since, he's pretty much shown up and done a good job. So I can't imagine skating at Russian nationals. It would be so stressful, and then he won that unexpectedly. And I just really think like this past Olympic quad has been like, Aliev, Samarin, maybe Archer Danilian, like these guys have been the top, and obviously Koira. But those guys aren't showing up and skating well. So these younger guys are like pushing up and in. And it's nice to see the consistency from Mark. I think that's great. He so far this season, he's definitely skating the best, and he's getting some good results. And I'm very curious to see how he places at the Olympics next to the Japanese and the U.S. guys. Because really, like, it would be tough for him to sneak in for a bronze, but like weird things have happened. Daniel Grassel, second place from Italy, was in fifth after the short and skated clean long program with multiple quad luts. Like, his jumps are scary to me, but him as well. He stays on his feet, and it was impressive. His jumps give me a heart attack every time. But yeah, he jumped from fifth to second, and what I like about him is that he does like make an effort to create some interesting shapes in his spins and stuff like that. But they're not always the most beautiful shapes, but at least they're like different. So I like that he's trying to at least stand out in that way as well. And honestly, every season he just gets better. He's pretty young, so I hope that we get to see him for a while. And he like definitely could make top 10 at the Olympics. Denis Vasilyev, like, was so good. I've always really enjoyed his skating. I think he's really cute and has such a good like demeanor on the ice, and really just wants to do a good job, and you can tell he just loves skating. But like, him landing that quad, skating flawless. I don't even remember what his music was, but I was into it. Stefan Lambiel on the boards, like losing his mind. Like, that was such a highlight of this event for me. I love Stefan Lambiel. I think he's so wonderful, and it's obvious that they have such a nice connection as coach and mentee. And yeah, I'm very happy for Denis jumping from sixth to third, and just really selling the hell out of that program, because he was feeling the fantasy for sure after landing all his jumps. So good for him. Yeah, again, the other Russians choked. Marisi from Georgia choked. Bummer for him. In the short program, his quad, like, toe sal. What is that? I don't know what's going on there, but his two quads are labeled different, but are the same thing. Like, fully fully the exact same jump. So it's very strange. I can't imagine they'll like that at the Olympics, but who knows? He's not being called on it so far, so that maybe that little Eteri bonus. um, Kevin Amos, I want to talk about because he did not skate well in the short, and I was like really worried we were going to have another like Kevin Amos bail program, and I was really nervous. But he still managed to get 10th in the short, which I think maybe was a little bit generous, but happy for him. And then he came back and skated pretty well in the free program, and it ended up being 4th overall in the free, and then 7th overall in the competition. So good for him. Really, like, hopefully building a little bit of confidence going into the Olympics, because I just love his skating, and he's so cute, and you just can tell he's got so much emotion and like loves being out there. And I hate when he gets so upset when he does poorly. It breaks my heart. Like, really breaks my heart. The last guy I want to talk about is Mikhail Brezhina from Czech Republic. He was 15th in the short. He had a terrible short program. He was 5th in the free program, had a very good free program, and then ended up 10th overall. So he snuck into top 10, which I think he deserves to be. He's been on the scene for a long time, and he has fun rock and roll programs always, and he just seems to have a really good attitude. And yeah, the jumps just were not there for him in the short, but he had a nice comeback in the free skate and skated really well. So good for him. I want to talk about pairs. Pairs next, kind of predictable to be honest, but there were some interesting things. First of all, I want to talk about the German team. They had a meltdown. Fabienne Haas, they had issues on their side-by-sides. One of the throws was so under-rotated, her poor ankles. They fell out of a lift. Like, I feel for them. They ended up in 8th. And I love her face. Like, she projects so well, and she seems so serene when they're skating well, and then when she wasn't skating well, you could also see it on her face. So I really hope that they can pull it together and skate better at the Olympics, because I think they're way better than that. And I've always really enjoyed them, and I just want them to do better. The Georgian team, who randomly ended up in 4th, who weren't even supposed to be here, and like the commentator kept saying like they only found out they were going to be here last week. I'm like, okay, wild. They were pretty good. They did not do very well on their side-by-side jumps, but everything else was pretty good. Their throws are really nice, and they really sold it. Like, their costumes were unoffensive, and they're a pretty strong pair, but they kind of came out of nowhere to be 4th here. So right behind the Russian teams. So that's pretty cool. Maybe a little bit of a Maxim Trenkov bonus, a Terry adjacent bonus going on there. Who knows? But anyways, they were pretty good. The team that was right behind them, who I love, the Italian team. Okay, we have to talk about some mustache appreciation, because I think he's been doing it all season, but I didn't really clock it, or maybe, I don't know. But Filippo Ambrosini and Rebecca Gallardi, they're the Italian team. They placed 5th. For the short program, they do like a Mambo Italiano short program, and he's got a little red scarf and his little mustache. And then I'm pretty sure he grows it out for the short program and then shaves it off for the free program, which is like such commitment to a look. And I have the utmost appreciation for such commitment. I really like that. Also, I've said it before because they skated this program last year, but Rebecca Gallardi's free program catsuit is so beautiful. The back of it, it's that like raspberry pink red color. It's so pretty. And the cutout at the back, it's so pretty. I love that outfit. Whatever, she should just wear that always. Okay, so top 3, all Russian, obviously. We had Boykova and Kozlovsky in 3rd. She didn't do her triple in the short program, so that's why they were a little bit lower. And then they skated really well here. Out of the 3 Russian teams, they're my favorite as far as the entertainment factor and the viewing pleasure of watching skating. I really, really like watching them. Her face is everything. She is in it and sells it, and she's got like those big fierce eyes, and I just I really like it. They nailed their jumps. They rearranged their program a little bit, I guess, and because she was struggling with the jump, and then it worked out for them here. Their throws are huge. Yeah, I just love her face. And I just find them like way more engaging than the team that's in second, Tarasov and Morozov. Their pair elements are beautiful. So beautiful. Their throws, their twist is huge, incredible height. They're just like, no one is more boring. Like, they're so boring. I don't get anything from them when I'm watching. I don't think they even want to be there. Like, for having such a strength in the technical to having such a weakness in the performance, like, it like hurts me a little bit, because I just want them to just lighten up. Just lighten up. But yeah, again, like huge throws, huge twists, a huge twist, and they didn't bail out of any lifts, which has been a little bit of their like nemesis over the past few seasons. I think they deserve to be in second, but I don't know if they deserve to be that far ahead of Wykov and Kozlovsky, because Tarasova did not land her side by side. So I'm not, whatever, it is what it is, but yeah, they're not my favorite. And then first place was Mishina and Galyamov. They're so consistent. They're so well matched in their movements, I find. Like, obviously, they just, like, are pretty cohesive and train a lot and well together. He is such a diva. Like, he is the drama. He's just tall and handsome, and he knows it. And he's, like, if anyone is a diva out there, maybe even more than Voykova, Galyamov is the diva. I watched the first two episodes of that new Peacock series, Meddling, and I find it really funny that in 2002, when the whole like David and Jamie issue, like them not winning the gold and then them winning the gold, but then sharing the gold, controversy happened with the judging and blah, blah, blah. I just love that some of the reasons that the Russians say that they should have been leading were because their program was like new, because they didn't recycle a program, and then it's that lyrical, like more Eastern style that those judges like better, and da-da-da-da. And here, the winner is doing a recycled program that's super camp. So I know it was 20 years ago, but it's very clear that the times have shifted from those more lyrical, like extended programs. I just think like their Esmeralda program is so funny to me. Like I love watching it every time, and I just love it because they pull faces the entire time and they're so goofy, which you don't see in pair skating. Certainly not from the Russians normally. I will say that one more thing that I wanted to say was that whenever I see Tarasov and Morozov skate, all I can think about is Christina Aguilera. Like, the most embarrassing program to ever grace the Olympics that I love. But every time I see them, all I can think of is yellow polka dots. Cherry pop. Okay, so that was the pairs. And then the ladies. So many green dresses. I'm not really sure what that was about this year. But like, I'm having a little bit of a green moment. So like, maybe the girls, like, they're feeling it. They're feeling the green like I am. I don't know. There were 6 girls that had green free program dresses, and I don't even remember the last time I saw like a significant green dress. So that's cool. Just a weird side note. One of the highlights for me of the ladies event was the Estonian national champion, Nina Petrakina. She had a bad short program. She was 17th. And then she was 7th. She had like a flawless free program. She was so good. And of course, the audience was losing their minds because the event was in Estonia. And she ended up 8th overall. Like, what? It's like, nobody thought she was going to be top 10. She's 8th, like, incredible. So very, very, very cool for her. I want to talk about Ryabova as well, Katerina Ryabova from, like, Azerbaijan. She her short program, Mambo Italiano as well, in that like weird Mardi Gras dress. She's really funny. She's so consistent and so good, but her jumps are just small and the judges don't seem to like her and they don't really reward her, but here they kind of did. I think she's faster than she was before, and I think she's been working on her like jump amplitude a little bit because things looked bigger for her than in the past. And she skated 2 clean programs, ended up 6th. So that was great for her. And she was so happy. 5th was Katarina Kurakova from Poland. Poland. These girls are all Russian. She's so gorgeous. Her like Euler triple flip combo at the beginning, so good. She's like so methodical and lyrical through her program, and just like takes such time to go through each of her elements, and they're all so pretty. Like she could be going a little faster, yes, but she got it done at this competition, and at the end she was cheering for herself, and I love to see it. So yeah, I'm very, very happy that she did so well. 4th place, Luna. After like an incredible short program where she was still second, ahead of 2 Russian ladies. Who saw that coming? She fell in her combo, fell on another jump. The program, to me, the dress is incredible. The like skin tone with the gold jewels. So she's so beautiful. And she's definitely like worked so hard on like her extension and her jumps and her consistency. It just wasn't here. I don't know about that program though. It's like a little cultural appropriation alert. But I mean, like that's everywhere in skating, but it's, yeah. Oriental Remix is what the program is called. Take from that what you will. In 3rd here, Trusova. So she did not skate clean. She fell on 2 of her quads. She landed 2. She's so fast. I looked at her technical marks and noticed that her easiest element for the jumps is a double axel triple toe. Like that's wild. That's like a lot of people's hardest Mariah Bell's hardest free program element is her easiest. And if she hits that triple axel in the short program and skates a clean free with 4 quads, she could win the Olympics. Because Valieva here was not clean. So like I'm not counting Trusova. I never count Trusova out. So we will see what happens. But a part of me thinks she might win the Olympics. I don't know why in my mind. I think everyone is Team Valieva right now. And in my mind, I'm like, is Trusova going to win the Olympics? Because they're giving her huge marks. I don't agree with the marks always, the components especially, but they seem to like her. So 2nd place here, just shutting down all the haters, is Anna Shcherbakova, reigning world champion, 3-time Russian national champion. Did not have a good short program here, bailed out of her combo at the end of her program and did not have a good skate. She came for she came for everybody. She came for the world in this free program. Landed her quad flip, didn't see it. Landed her her triple flutz, triple loop, which she didn't land in the short program. And you could tell she was like avenging herself. She was wild. And when that moment in her program where she goes from like light to demon, she turned it up and landed and like sold the hell out of that step sequence. And her spins and everything was like a completely different skater than the short program. A completely different skater than we've seen kind of all season from her. So she's a fighter. She fought hard. And I didn't see her coming back for the silver medal and beating Trusova. Absolutely not. And like for me, like I really, really wanted Tuktamisheva at the Olympics. And like, who knows, anything could happen. I'm not counting her out either. Like she's the alternate, so anything could happen. But Anna Shcherbakova like threw down and let us know that she deserves to go to the Olympics after that program. So a win for her, not a win for Tuktamisheva, unfortunately. And then our winner here was Valieva, obviously. She proved that she's not. She proved that she's human, which is good. She had an incredible open and quad Salchow. The flow, her extension out of it, gorge. Fell on her triple axel. Her quad toe, triple toe was again like butter, like nothing. Easiest jump of her life. And then she had some stumbly footwork and then had a stumbly quad toe landing Euler triple sow. Yeah, so she wasn't perfect, but still, like, her program, she's incredible. This program, not incredible. It is actually kind of boring. And seeing it now, this is like the third or fourth time I've seen it, and like, she's better than this music. She's way better than this music. There's so many of her past programs that I've liked more than this. So I know, why do people like Bolero so much? It's not my thing. But yeah, so boring program, amazing boring program again. I want to give an honorable mention call out to her sky high illusion turns because I mean all of her spins are insane, but her illusions are the gold standard of an illusion turn to me. Basically like into a fully extended Sasha Cohen Charlotte spiral position in her illusions, and that is what we need. Most people's illusions are floppy messes. So please, everybody else, take notes from the queen of the illusion turn, Kamila Valieva. So yes, she won here. I don't think it was that surprising. It would have been, she would have had to go through some sort of catastrophe, and everyone else would have had to skate absolutely perfect for anyone to beat her. And I do think that might be the case at the Olympics, but I don't know why I have this feeling in the back of my head that's like, Trusova might take the Olympics. She looked good here, strong. So, anyways, those are my feels. That's my take. If you have any like questions about me, about anything below, like comment below. You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I've started doing a little bit more content there. It's at North Joel. And yeah, let me know if you want me to keep doing this because I love skating. All right. Have a good week. Bye.